Every year, millions of people are diagnosed with cancer. Billions of dollars are poured into treatments, radiation, chemotherapy, expensive drug cocktails. And yet, the cure still feels just out of reach. Visual, flashing news headlines. Cancer rates rising, big pharma profits hit record highs, cost of treatment skyrockets. But what if the real cure isn't sitting in a lab somewhere? If it's been growing quietly in nature this entire time? And almost no one is talking about it? Visual. Slow-motion footage of green leaves being plucked, tea being brewed in a calm, serene setting. There's a certain herbal tea that's been used for generations, from South American villages to ancient indigenous medicine. And according to several scientific studies, it does something remarkable. It can cause apoptosis, the programmed death of cancer cells. Visual animation of cancer cells shrinking and dying under a microscope. Cut to research paper headlines. Not just detox, not just antioxidants. We're talking about real, measurable destruction of dangerous cells. Visual. Screen flashes clinical findings, then cuts to black. So if this herbal remedy is so powerful, why haven't you heard about it on the news? Why isn't every oncologist talking about it? Why is it nearly impossible to find in your local pharmacy? Visual, dark corporate boardroom, shady business deals, big pharma branding. The global cancer treatment industry is worth over $200 billion a year. That's more than the GDP of some countries. You think everyone in that chain wants you sipping tea instead of buying $10,000 a month prescriptions? Visual. Patient looking at a medical bill, overwhelmed. Then switch to the same person peacefully, drinking herbal tea in nature. I'm not telling you to ignore doctors. I'm not saying throw away your medicine, but I am saying this. There is more out there than we've been told. And the truth about this tea, this plant, could change lives, maybe even save them. Visual. Fade in text. Why is this being hidden, followed by your channel name logo? In the next scene, we'll look at the science behind this natural cancer killer and reveal exactly what it is. Let's cut through the noise. This isn't folklore or internet hype. Herbal tea has been studied seriously by researchers and labs across the globe. What they found is nothing short of amazing. Visual, on-screen headline. Graviola Soursop extract causes apoptosis in cancer cells. NIH study. One of the most well-known plants in this discussion is Graviola, also known as Soursop. In lab studies, Graviola leaf extract has been shown to cause something called apoptosis. That means it forces cancer cells to self-destruct without harming healthy cells. Visual. Microscopic animation showing a cancer cell breaking down after exposure to the extract. Researchers found that Graviola targets certain types of cancer cells, like breast, pancreatic, and colon cancer, and shuts down their ability to grow or replicate. Visual, peer-reviewed journals and quotes from researchers highlight terms like cytotoxicity, natural anti-cancer agent, cell inhibition. In one study published by the National Institutes of Health, scientists wrote that Graviola extract showed selective cytotoxicity, meaning it killed cancer cells and left healthy ones alone. That's something chemotherapy still struggles to do. Visual. Contrast between a person receiving harsh chemo versus someone drinking tea peacefully at home. And yet, despite this evidence, you won't find Graviola in your hospital's cancer treatment plan. There's no billboard, no prescription, just silence. Visual. A researcher looking into the camera seriously. Is it because more studies are needed? Maybe. Or is it because natural cures don't make billions for pharmaceutical giants? We'll let you decide. Visual. Fade to text. Scene 3. What? Is this tea? And how does it work? In the next scene, we'll break down exactly how this tea works in the body and how people around the world are using it today. So, what exactly is this powerful tea? It's made from the leaves and fruit of the Graviola tree, also known as Soursop. Native to tropical regions like South America, the Caribbean, and parts of Africa. This plant has been used for centuries in traditional medicine. Visual. Indigenous people harvesting Graviola leaves, preparing the tea. Locals have long believed in its healing properties, using the tea to fight infections, reduce inflammation, and boost the immune system. But modern science is finally catching up, revealing how it can help combat cancer. Visual animation showing how compounds in Graviola affect cancer cells. Inside Graviola are powerful compounds called acetogenins. These natural chemicals interfere with the energy production inside cancer cells, essentially cutting off their fuel supply. Visual microscope animation of cancer cells struggling to survive and eventually dying without energy. Cancer cells can't grow or multiply. They become weak, damaged, and eventually self-destruct, while healthy cells around them remain unharmed. Visual cup of Graviola tea on a kitchen table, sunlight streaming in. The tea is simple to prepare, affordable, and natural. It's been embraced by many as a complementary approach alongside conventional treatments. Visual patient smiling, feeling hopeful, drinking the tea. While it's not a guaranteed cure, it's a promising option that deserves more attention, especially considering how few side effects it has compared to harsh chemotherapy drugs. Visual text on screen. In the next scene, why is this natural remedy being hidden from the public? In the next scene, we'll explore the reasons why such a powerful natural remedy remains largely unknown and suppressed in mainstream medicine. So why isn't this powerful herbal tea widely known or recommended by doctors? Why haven't we seen it promoted as a cancer treatment? Visual news clips about the multi-billion-dollar cancer treatment industry. The truth is, cancer treatment is a multi-billion-dollar global industry. Every year, hundreds of billions of dollars are spent on chemotherapy, radiation, surgeries, and patented drugs. Visual close-up of a patient's medical bills. Overwhelmed family members. Many patients face sky-high treatment costs, often plunging families into debt, all while searching for hope. Visual montage of drug patents, stock market graphs rising, executives shaking hands. Natural remedies like Graviola tea are cheap, easy to grow, and impossible to patent. This means they offer no financial incentive for big pharmaceutical companies to invest in research or promotion. Visual media blackout imagery, muted TV screens, empty newspaper pages, without massive profits at stake. These natural treatments often get little media coverage and are ignored by mainstream medicine. Visual split screen, patient choosing between chemotherapy and herbal tea. It's not about science being wrong, it's about money, control, and influence. The very system built to cure is also a system built to profit. Visual fade to black with text on screen. Is the cure hidden behind profits? This doesn't mean you should abandon proven treatments, but it does mean we owe it to ourselves to explore all options, especially those backed by science. Visual your channel logo with a call to action. In the final scene, I'll share what you can do today, how to safely explore this tea and take control of your health journey. Now that you know the truth about this powerful herbal tea and why it's been hidden, what can you do next? First, remember, this tea is not a magic bullet or a replacement for professional medical advice. Visual person consulting with a doctor, taking notes. Then preparing the tea calmly. Always consult your healthcare provider before trying any new treatment, especially if you're currently undergoing cancer therapy. Visual close-up of brewing Graviola tea, pouring hot water over fresh leaves. That said, incorporating natural remedies like Graviola tea can be a supportive addition to your health routine. It's affordable, accessible, and has shown promising results in scientific studies. Visual people from different backgrounds, drinking tea, smiling, enjoying moments of peace. Thousands around the world have embraced this ancient remedy for its potential benefits as a complement, not a quarrel. Visual animated checklist appears on screen. Here's what you can do today. Research reputable sources about Graviola and its effects. Talk openly with your healthcare team about natural supplements. Choose high-quality, organic sources for the tea. Stay informed and be proactive in your health journey. Visual, you speaking directly to the camera with a sincere expression. Knowledge is power. Sharing this information could help someone you love find new hope. Visual, text on screen. Subscribe for more eye-opening health insights. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more videos that uncover hidden truths and empower you to take control of your health. Visual, fade out with soft music and your channel logo. Together. can bring light to what's been hidden in the shadows.